Hello everyone, welcome. I am Super Player 301, and this is what I'm gonna call Super Talk. It's not necessarily like an actual show of any kind. It's just it's not a podcast, but it's also not like a news thing. It's kind of just like an idea I came up with in order to just have conversations with you guys. Just talk about things, in the gaming industry, that just topics that I want to discuss, and sorry. One of those topics that there he is. What's up, man? All right. So one of the topics I want to talk about, and I've wanted to talk about for a long time, is DLC and patches and things of that nature, because it's a controversial topic, honestly. Let's get started. What am I talking about? For those of you who don't know what DLC is, that'd be weird. DLC stands for downloadable content, and pretty much the benefit and the harm of DLC is the fact that you don't necessarily, it allows games to pretty much not be complete at launch. A lot of companies have learned that, okay, we can put the game out and then we can put like a day one patch out, or even if we think the game isn't ready, we can still patch the game up later. And the second and DLC is pretty much downloadable content, which is usually extra tacked on content, to increase the viability and the life of a video game. So first I want to discuss why I decided to talk about this. At the time of recording, with a few days before I did this, the rumors popped up about Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, if you don't know, I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I actually plan on playing Kingdom Hearts for this one, but I got some stuff to do, and I got a lot of stuff to do in Final Fantasy 15. So I said, you know what, why not whip it out? Have some, play through Final Fantasy, So, where's it going with this? Okay. So, and rumors came out pretty much saying, and it's been kind of confusion since that happened, because let's talk about when it first came out. It was leaked by a hold on one second. I want to make sure I get everything right. I don't want to just say things that are false. So give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get my facts right. Okay. So from at Jose_Strife, he came out with a few tweets a few days ago that pretty much discussed I don't want to go back there yet. Fine, I'll do yours. He pretty much came out and he discussed that he had heard information about Kingdom Hearts 3, and it boiled down to a few points. Number one was that it's coming out in 2018. It's going to be at E3 2017 this year. Content, they're planning, there's going to be cut content from the game, and Nomura have moved on pretty much with the project. He's already thinking about the future for Kingdom Hearts and all the rest of the games he's working on currently. And that made a lot of people worried, because a lot of people thought that meant that, I guess that means, Kingdom Hearts 1 isn't coming anytime soon. Or, Kingdom Hearts 1 is going to come out, but it's not going to be the full game. It's just going to be pieces, and they're going to release it episode. They're going to try to just, instead of releasing the game properly, they're going to try to, cut the game up, release it with DLC. And it made a lot of people nervous. But, the guy, Jose_Strife, came out, honestly, a few hours before I recorded this, and clarify what he was saying. He said, one, he's not, a lot of people kind of jumped to the conclusion that it meant that the game was being rushed. It meant that they were just trying, they were going super fast to try to, make the game come out. They weren't really, taking the time and care to make sure the game was fun. And he said that's just not true. He said I never said or thought that they were rushing the game. He said, they're working the game just fine. And he also mentioned that every Kingdom Hearts game has had cut content before, all of them. Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, etc., etc. He wasn't saying that they were cutting crucial parts of the game out. He just said that they were gonna have content that was cut from the game, and that the team, was aiming for aiming for the release date. Sorry guys, when I play games I get a little distracted. No, but he was saying that the team as a whole working on the game wanted to get the game out by 2018. And so this made me think about DLC as a whole and the reaction people had to just the notion, or even the what are the odds, and why would they do something as crazy as add DLC to the game, And it made me think about that. It made me think about that for a second. Why are people so opposed to DLC? For me, I think DLC is awesome when it's done right. Okay, I think the best DLC is when it doesn't just take away crucial points of the story. It's one thing to have DLC that's just kind of, exist. Kind of just, okay, well that, you get it, got a couple of new outfits and skins and swords. It's a whole other thing to make DLC that inherently comes off as like, how can I put this? I enjoy DLC that is, how can I put this in a way that isn't dumb? Okay, I enjoy DLC. How can I say this? I enjoy DLC. I had a whole thing planned. I had a perfect thing. Okay, I enjoy DLC that, in its essence, adds to the game. It's supplementary, not needed. No, it's complementary, not supplementary. Let me explain. Let's say you go to Olive Garden and you order the shrimp Alfredo, and they tell you, okay, cool, we can give you shrimp Alfredo, but they bring you a bowl, and they bring you the noodles, and they bring you some cream sauce in 2 different bowls, and they say, all right, there you go. You say, but where's the shrimp? They say, oh, well, in order to get the shrimp, you have to pay an additional fee on top of what you've already paid to get. You'd be kind of upset if you were told that, as opposed to you go to Olive Garden, buy some shrimp Alfredo, and they say, by the way, for an extra few dollars, we can add chicken to your Alfredo. We can add chicken to the Alfredo. There's a difference between those two things. And I think that honestly ends up being what DLC should be. DLC should be something extra, not something mandatory or necessary. And I think that becomes, oh man, that. Wow, I'm about to say, geez. I mean, boy, oh boy, that was bad. Anyway, you should never have DLC that takes away from the game, where you have to consult outside sources, or you have to not consult. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Sorry. This is why I like this. This show's gonna be just dumb. If you're not into dumb stuff, you should watch this show. But I enjoy. Okay, so one thing about DLC I enjoy is DLC that adds to the experience, not forces me to purchase it to have the complete experience. A great example of DLC done right is Witcher 3, Blood and Wine, and I was even what the other one was called. Anyway, what the other one was called. Those 2 DLC packs were done right. They weren't like, tacked on, and without thinking. They weren't just, given, just that you're just put out there just because, they're DLCs that could have existed without the game. You don't need to play through Blood and Wine to enjoy. You don't need to have Blood and Wine to enjoy the original base game of Witcher 3. Think back to what I'm saying. Anyway, DLC. I don't mind DLC in my game. I really don't. I bought the season pass for Final Fantasy 15. When I get paid, I'm gonna buy the DLC buy the premium pass for Battlefield 1. Okay, it's a different kind of thing. I mean, back in the day, PS2 days, you bought a game, you played it, and you moved on. Even if you really enjoyed the game and wish you could go back to that world. We live in an era now where you don't have to make that choice. You can simply just, if games have DLC, you can get that and continue to play it. Mafia 3, great game, underrated game. It might not have gotten the garner it wanted, but it's still supported through DLC, and it's still given, it's going to be a game that's already going to be supported for a while now. And that's saying something. It has DLC. There's a lot of games that don't, but they've supported it, and they've supported it very well, and I really do appreciate that about Hangar 13. And the DLC is good. They had a racing DLC. They have 2 more packs coming out. One is going to deal with Donovan, who's like probably the most standout character from the game. But either way, I just want to make this. It's just something on my mind. I feel like people look at DLC as a ploy for companies to just get more money out of your pockets. But when it's done right, DLC does nothing but enhance the experience. You know, it adds great things. It doesn't take away anything. You know, that's the difference between, you know, good DLC and bad DLC. Is that bad DLC you have to buy to enjoy the game. Good DLC you just play, and it adds, you know, it adds skins and weaponry and all that good stuff. And
Precipitation.
I'm someone who loves things like that. You know, I love the fact that there's games that back in the day would be done right now, games I wouldn't play anymore, games I just moved on from because I've beaten them. I don't have to move on anymore for certain games. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oops. Okay. Well, I guess we'll fight then. Where the enemies at? I told you to summon them. Where they at? Where they at? No enemies? Okay. I called them. They didn't show up. So, at the end of the day, another thing that I noticed about this whole situation was the people jumping to conclusions. You know, you heard this rumor come out. Rumor is what this was. This was not, you know, backed up by anything. This wasn't Square Enix talking. This was a rumor, you know, from a person who, to his credit, is usually pretty spot on with his predictions, and he does a very good job with them. So I'm not saying that he isn't reliable, but what I'm saying is that we're talking about some guy who just said a few things. You know, so it's hard for me to just look at that situation and just agree with him 100%. Say, yeah, he's probably right. But so many people just saw this and said, oh man, why would they do this? They're just cutting content to, you know, make us pay more at the end of the day. And that nature. I didn't know chocobos could swim in this game. This is the first time I've ever done it. So yeah, this has been like the most pointless 12 minutes of me, mine, and your lives. So I'm gonna wrap this up. In conclusion, don't knock DLC until you try it. Don't assume that a company is trying to just get money out of your pockets, or maybe they're just trying to keep the experience going for you. And with that, I think I'm gonna time out. I literally did not do one fight. I'm not even sure if this video is gonna come out. It kind of was. I don't even know what the point of this video was, other than to just talk a bunch. So, but either way, thanks for watching. I'm Supur 301.